Hello everybody, Pinstripe here. Welcome back to some Hogs gameplay. I have no idea what is on screen right now because at this point of recording I haven't recorded it yet. But whatever it is, it's some kind of gameplay. Hogs of course, probably playing as the Garlic Grunts, you know how it goes. But today it is of course a Hogs commentary, casual commentary once again, where we sit and talk, just chilling out. And finally having some time to myself to actually talk to you guys, because let's be honest, as it is with every single casual commentary video, it has been quite a long time since I've sat down and spoke to you guys directly. Now, to kick things off, I am burnt out. Now don't get worried, I'm not burnt out with Hogs of War or anything like that. I am burnt out on life. Recently for me, I've gone back to work, working full time, and that in turn has made me realise how little time I have to actually sit and make videos. Like, I get home from work and I am just instantly exhausted. And it got me thinking just about how the situation of life is at the moment. You know, the transition whereby people have been working part-time. I mean, here in the UK, we've had people on furlough. So, you know, their full-time wage has been covered by the government. And a lot of people now are in that transition of moving from furlough part-time to going back and working full-time. And it's difficult. It's so strange to adapt to once again, getting back into the office. I say that, I've been in the office for the last year and a half. Since the pandemic started, when it initially started, I had about maybe 6 to 7 or maybe 8 months off. And then I was back in the office, and I have been that way for the past year and a half now, because as a game tester, I can't exactly do my job from home. And it was weird because the office was empty. There was maybe 1 or 2 other people whose jobs required them to be in that physical space who couldn't do their job from home. And it was like I said, it was creepy. I was in this entire building that was normally full of people, and all of a sudden it was like 3 people in this one whole building, and me just casually doing my job as I usually do. So yeah, that transition now between going back to work, getting used to being in all the time and not having that free time, because during the pandemic as well, I was always thinking about how the world was able to stop and think about life for a while, where you were able to sort of do a self-evaluation of where you are in life, what is going on in your life, who you have in your life, everything and everything. The past 2 years have just been very strange. The fact that it's been in a working week in 7 days, I was off 5 days and I was working for 2. You know, that just general concept is weird. And like I said about that sort of self-evaluation, I was also thinking and evaluating, you know, did I use my time wisely during that 2 years? I mean, you saw all the content I was making during that time in terms of Hogs of War videos and whatnot. I think I was able to fully express myself creatively, which was great. But now things have sort of returned back to how they were, and that scale has tipped back again, so I'm now working more and I have less time off, which I know to many will be like, oh, well, why are you bitching about it? It is just life. But doesn't it make you think about how life could be if us as a society, as a species, were able to use our free time more and work less? If we could have a functioning society where that was, you know, possible in any way whatsoever. And again, it just also goes into the sort of depressing spiral of, you know, we live to work. We get up, we go to work, and we spend 20% of our time doing what we actually want to do. I thankfully, you know, with game testing, enjoy my job. There are parts of my job that I absolutely hate and I dislike and I find boring, because yes, there are those sorts of things in QA testing, and it's just monotonous, repetitive stuff. But that's just how it is, you know? And I mean, sure, in the first year of my job, I loved it. It was great. And I wouldn't replace it for the world. I still wouldn't. I still love this job. I still love the industry that I want to be in and am a part of. And I want it to stay that way. My overall point with this nonsense rambling is self-reflection. Reflecting on your life, not just in the past 2 years, but just in general. Take a moment to self-reflect on where you are, where you want to go in life, and how you're going to get there step by step. I mean, for me, as I'm saying, I'm burnt out from work. That doesn't mean it's going to affect any of my content or the videos that I'm making. I'm still going to continue to do that, but I just want to make it known that I am tired. And in the grand scheme of things, that is incredibly self-centered, and I apologize to anyone who's offended for my sleepy laziness of, you know, having to go back to work and oh, poor me, that sort of thing. But I just want to make you guys known because, I mean, generally looking at my schedule of uploads, this past week has been well, empty, let's be honest. But the intention going forward, as always, is to continue making commentaries, making multiplayer videos, making animations. You know, we've got the Pro League coming up. I'm also working on the next Pinstripes mod 4.0, so that is also in the mix. But obviously balancing that with work and everything. When I get home, you know, if I don't have energy to make videos, I actually do play video games as well, because it's nice to have some leisure time. But if I'm not doing that, I'm working on the mod, I'm working on scripts, I'm working on commentaries and voiceover work and just everything else in between. And yeah, go follow me on the tweeters if you want to hear me talk about football and sports and video games and Hogs of War stuff as well. And don't forget to check out the Hogs of War Discord, the website, everything, of course, always linked in the description. I don't know where this video is going now. Is it just going to end abruptly like The Sopranos, or...
I'm going. I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm going. There's destination going.